didn't have a daughter from birth, so that's been kind of an interesting learning curve, like learning how to do hair and learning how to do those things like at the point of a teenager. Anytime we've gone and gotten her hair done, she's always felt very, very happy.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a cute little waterfall braid.
She's going to miss out on her senior activities here. She's going to make new friends in Portland, but this is something that she'll be able to look back on and remember.
When I first came out, my parents had a little bit of a rocky start. But once they got the ball rolling, it kept rolling and rolling, and they have been great about it.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I'm S. My pronouns are she, they. I go to Round Rock High School. I'm a junior there. I'm in band. I don't really do a whole lot of other outside of school stuff. I play video games like pretty much any other teen. I'm done with Texas at this point. The politics, it's just a bit too much. The horribleness of some of the people here. They don't think much about me as a person and more of me as a thing. And at that point, a thing to not have here.
What?
Maybe put the can we put the irons in there?
Yeah.
When I first heard about the directive that Abbott put out, it was a feeling of panic.
My family had planned leaving Texas once our daughter graduated high school, and this really just accelerated our timeline. We ended up on Portland. We had gone out there as a family to take a look around to see if the city was even for us. And Kristen looked at me and said, you know, this is the first time I've ever felt safe with our daughter going out without us. And that had a huge impact. When S goes out here on her own, there's always a little bit of a worry because we don't know how she's going to be received. A lot of the things that are being introduced in the state legislature or by the governor really have made a lot of people think it's just acceptable to treat transgender people in not the best way.
As a parent, it's very tiring to have to advocate for your kids' just basic right to exist. I think it's important for people to see that trans families are they're just a family.
Do you remember it? No.
When she was first going through her transition, she definitely had some struggles. She went from being our, always happy, exuberant, crazy kid to she was depressed, and I was very worried about her for a long time. But I'll never forget the day where the doctor okayed her to start hormones, and I told her that, and she was it was like a light switch flipped. It was like I had my kid back.
She wanted to be sassy. Once I actually started taking the estrogen, my grades went way up, and it had a huge mental health impact in the very positive direction.
Abbott's directive is cataclysmic. It removes care immediately. So you're a child who has been pausing puberty for a year. Now all of a sudden, you have to start the wrong puberty. You have to be forcibly transitioned into a gender that you're not. What utter horror. Not only is it cruel, but it's medically dangerous.
At best, if she were to lose that care, I think that she would revert back to that kind of introverted kid that is not my daughter. At worst, transgender kids that don't have this care and acceptance and stuff have a much higher suicide rate. So I don't even want to think about that.
When it comes to the care of transgender children, the number one most important piece is that they are with families that love and care for them.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to hear somebody telling you that taking care of your kid is child abuse.
I think by doing nothing and having a much higher chance for your child to take their own lives, that's child abuse.
We're probably gonna set up in the dining room.
Over here at the table?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry you have to wade through all of them.
Moving. Everyone needs to acknowledge you're gonna sign the last page.
I have friends who are stuck here and they're telling me I don't know what's gonna happen to us because they have jobs that will not work anywhere else, or they're in custody arrangements and they cannot move. And it tears me up.
So that just shows what you're paying into your escrow monthly and then the balance each month. Sign a date.
It's been very emotionally draining to try and just hope that somebody doesn't come and try to pull your family apart for a stupid reason.
I think something that people don't understand is that the damage is already happening. It is a climate of terror. We have had physicians say they no longer feel safe providing this care, so kids have already lost care. These families may suffer financial setbacks that last for their entire lives. And the actual trauma of this will be long lasting. And I'm afraid of what it's gonna feel like to see everybody disappear. Because right now, every single family with a transgender child that I'm connected to will likely be gone in a year.
This is where I've transitioned. I came out when I was in this house. So far I've done all the big steps in this house, but I don't think I'm ever going to be living here again.
It makes me sad that my state does this to people. It makes me sadder that it doesn't feel hopeful anymore. It's a feeling of betrayal.
See you this evening. Okay. It definitely feels a lot calmer politically and socially in Portland, and so I don't feel like I'm gonna have to struggle to stay afloat as much. I don't think I have any fears right now. I'm just excited for this move.